are able to get this timing, this tempo that they're looking for. I mean, no matter what, no way to beat Omar to the punch there. He is very quick to get out the ward.
I like this type of drafts the most. You know, the Radiant team has like both teams have very different ideas on how to play the game, and one team wants to end the game quickly, one team wants to drag out the game. You know, I feel like when the drafts are always positioned like this, the games are always very, very entertaining. You know, even if it ends quickly, it'll be entertaining. But even if it's a long, drawn-out fight, it's also gonna be fun.
Check out Omar. I mean, he's got such great intel because he immediately leveled teleport and TP to the mid lane. He put down one ward. He put down both, in fact.
That's something I miss doing, you know. Back in the day, we would TP and put a ward behind the enemy mid laner.
And you snipe warriors.
Yeah, you just snipe his tangles and everything, and then he can play the lane.
And there's even another one right next to Toronto Tokyo's holding. So, you know, it's going to pay off because he's seen the ward get planted down. He's seen both wards get planted down. So Quest may very well be able to get 2 D wards here extremely early on. Yeah, so they're not playing in the dark
really,
here.
Really smart. Next level tech, or old tech, I would say.
Yeah, bringing it back. He's playing the hits again. I don't think that there's a world where BetBoom really want to contest this. The runes will go 2 apiece. But we'll keep our eyes here on the kill feed here on the left to see if we do get any D wards coming soon. Nice advantage.
Yep, Toby is gonna get followed by Toronto Tokyo. He's trying to force out a Ion Shell, but he is gonna take a lot of damage here. You know, he went a little bit too close.
He is.
Die? Can he kill him? Okay.
Oh, I didn't see where that boundless strike came from. Honestly, that really confused me for a second. I didn't see that little clarity chilling. Either way, it was from fog, so Toby couldn't have seen it coming either. Nothing he could do to dodge it. But Toronto Tokyo, a little bit worse for wear after that. A bit of aggression from him. I don't know if that really quite worked out in his favor, but he'll heal up.
No. He's definitely not happy with that. Taking that trade, you know, that was not a good trade for him.
Yeah, especially Phoenix, of course, another famous low armor hero. Not as bad as the Sky, but not much better. And you can see Omar immediately getting to work on
better is better.
Yeah, it's by far better, actually. The armor differences in the range, I think, from like -7 to +7. So that range of armor, it's a huge difference for every single point of armor that you get.
And you know why it also feels better with Phoenix? Because you have more base regen than Sky. So it's more tolerable in the lane.
Sprout DPS, disgusting. Absolutely disgusting. It's going to be pretty good against this Phoenix. 14 DPS. Ouch. No longer gives you regen. Double ouch. Not fun, then. Good lane here, Noob. Struggling a little bit against this Templar in the early levels, I think, as you'd expect any melee ranger to do. But he's going to be able to do a good job here. I think Enchant Totem giving you that bonus attack range is going to come in clutch for him trying to avoid as much spill damage as is reasonably.
I mean, this lane overall should be pretty favorable for TA, regardless of how you want to put it. You know, like TA is going to have a much better start in terms of CSing, and I think the Shaker, like I said, you know, he's going to have to control runes and just try to play to even things out and maybe wait for rotations because he has Nature's Prophet on his team.
Yeah. Keeping my eye on top as well because there's plenty of skirmishing. We still have that point in Metamorphosis for Shad. If he does want to try and call on a rotation from the NP, you know, do have to keep that in mind as Noob is going to be able to secure both water runes mid. So that's pretty important for him. Make sure he can stay sustained in what is just a very harass-heavy lane. You know, whenever you see that first point in meld, you know it's going to be a tough time against that poor melee laner. This one's getting pretty bad. Noob unable to focus and actually get the CS there on the banner creep feels especially bad. It sucks when you lose one of those.
Especially on a side lane.
Oh yeah, because then your support pings you.
Don't do that, you know. Please don't do that.
We've played a couple games together, Winter. I know how it is. Pure is going to get gone on here just a little bit, but Shad may have actually overcommitted. Will pop the wand charges, but I think he's going to end up dropping. Instead, yeah, no, actually, that is where First Blood is. Kaori thought about maybe trying to turn, but he's honestly just probably dead as well. Only has 1 Fairy Fire to his name, as there goes the Hawk dive bombing in. A little bit more is going to be required. Fairy Fire forced. He has the Healing Lotus, so he'll actually stay alive. But without the meta available anymore, there's no way they get the kill. Mid Noob. Oh, one right click away. GPK was from finding yet another kill, or his first kill.
Destroyed mid. Holy shit.
Yeah, he is. He's 10-3 compared to the 25-6. That's rough. That is rough.
I mean, I know it's a pretty difficult matchup, but I didn't expect the lane to be this bad. Okay, so maybe I'm reading the lane wrong. Maybe this lane is actually that bad.
And especially with this casual Blightstone, I think the minus armor is just far too high. I think until Noob gets his plate mail for phase boots, there's just no way. Bottom, by the way, Toby, he's still going to go down. Omar had left the lane. I'm not sure where he Sprout or TP'd in from, but Sprout was not going to save him. Just that little bit of aggression with a level 2 Fire Spirit's DPS is enough to take down Toby. So right now, Winter, all 3 lanes looking a little bit difficult here, to say the least, for the side of Quest.
Yeah, this is a BetBoom specialty. The lane, you know, they are, I think even Gaming Gladiators, when they were doing interviews, they said that BetBoom team is the best team in the lane, you know, during the previous edition of the DreamLeague. I think it was Quinn when we were interviewing him, he actually mentioned that, you know, like this, he specifically said it's so difficult to lane against them. You have to improve your lane.
Here they go again. Omar being harassed, chased down by Nightfall, lives a bit longer. I believe that was just a fairy fire. But still killed off very easily. Gives Nightfall yet another kill, and then pause out from GPK. Quick little disconnect. I'm sure they'll get right back in. Maybe a little bit of FPS or whatever. But yeah, I mean, it's certainly seeming that way. Why this team is so darn good. I mean, look at even Pure top lane. 6 stick charges, sitting on no HP. I don't know if they can really catch him here. Looks like Kaori's throwing all the harass that he has. And there's a little bit more regen about to be delivered. Oh, well, actually, no, there's not. So he's going to be struggling a little bit now because there's no Lotus for a while. So that should at least give Shad some good timings. This would be an opportune time for a gank, but I don't really see that coming. Tokyo, I guess it's not impossible for him to go through the twin gate, but I see it very likely as we may be in for a bit of a longer pause with a report of 200 from GPK. Lovely little music playing there.
Yeah, time to upgrade the time to upgrade the internet.
Hey, beauty. Got the cupcake there.
Is that the best one right now?
I think our observer likes it because it has a beautiful head of hair. That's what I think. Yeah, look at that. I can't help it. I don't know.
Why are you so rude, Richie?
It's just banter. It's just banter. He knows. Come on. He knows. I've made him so incredibly sad. He stepped away from his computer. The camera's not moving anymore. No, there it is. There it is. I knew it. He spelled my name wrong, though, so he can't ignore me, folks. It's impossible. He spelled it wrong. There it is. See? Unfortunately, I think we've got some cool like reconnects there. Nightfall webcam off means he's probably maybe restarting the PC or you know, just a complete internet reset. So we might hear. Oh my God, I'm sorry. We might be here, Winter, for yet a couple minutes more. Already though, you know, Pure starting off very nicely. He's got the diadem. I'm not actually sure how to say it, but he's got that coming his way. Where's the item?
Career? It's in a he's dropping on the ground or something?
No, it's dropped somewhere. They're pinging it, but we can't see pings when the game's paused.
You know you know, it's one of the Horcrux, the diadem.
Well, I don't know what that is. What does that mean?
One of the, you know, when Lord Voldemort split his soul into 7 pieces. The diadem is one of the items that he split one of his souls there.
Does it contain his nose?
What?
Come on, man. That's all I know
tell if you're actually serious or you're trying to be funny.
That's all I know about Harry Potter, man.
That the Lord Voldemort does not have his nose.
Why do you have
it somewhere?
It's in Diadem too?
Probably, yeah. I mean, when he split part of his soul, I think he lost his nose there.
And in the admin to hurry the players back in and keep things moving along here, lest I offend more Harry Potter fans. Not a group of fans that you really want to, you know, offend. I think in order, it's like Harry Potter fans and then OG fans you really don't want to cross. Little soundboard effects, but we're back into things here. Toby
Observer agrees with you.
Oh, did he? Is that what he said? I wasn't looking. I've ignored him already. Oh, goodness. But yeah, I mean, things are going to be looking difficult. I think Toby, if he continues to fall behind in this lane, you know, the thing about this Dark Series, you're just meant to take over lanes and bully out especially melee laners. So the further away you get from your 3 and 5 respectively and slowing your Ion Shell progression, like the worse this game is just going to get. You give Nightfall the way more time in lane, more experience, more efficient farm, and you're going to start to regret that when, you know, your tier 2 start falling in 10 minutes.
Yeah, that's Dark Sphere for you, you know. Like you have to have a good start, you know. Top lane, Omar stepping in.
Look at this slow 167 move speed, breaking through the trees, but still killed off. Nice usage of their Metamorphosis level 2, and even the reflection coming in handy there for the kill. So Omar, you know, he's going to have some heavy lifting to do here, but he's got some broad shoulders. We'll see how he can keep things moving along. Toby
this is the only lane he can kill, you know, honestly. Because he can't gank the TA. He can't play his own lane, so the top lane is the only lane he can kill, the Beastmaster.
That might result in a kill. Toby's got brown boots. He doesn't have Surge for a couple more seconds, trying to escape into the trees, but the trees, they're not your friend. Vacuum. Okay, so there's a unique interaction about Vacuum and why that didn't stun Nightfall. For whatever reason, it's like this as well with Skewer from Magnus. Hold on, Shad is in trouble. He's going to be okay, though. Not enough DPS here, and instead Save taking a lot of damage here. Kaori going into just the damaging Silencer build is going to be incredibly annoying. But the point is, basically, it's some Magnus spell. I don't remember if it's Skewer or if instead it's the Horn Toss. But they do break trees, but first they apply the movement. So that's why Monkey King is not stunned for, you know, the duration that maybe you think he should be off of that. Toronto Tokyo is going to try and actually steal a bounty rune here. Icarus dive in a little bit early, but there's no vacuum because the cooldown is so long. He out right clicks Toby. That's the mid lane experience coming in handy. He ought to die for this. And in the meantime, it's Omar who is going to at least be able to kill Save on the other side of the map, but he was not able to steal away the bounty rune. Sorry, make that the wisdom rune. So this is still quite a big loss overall for Quest, considering they lose out on any wisdom.
But they got 2 kills. Maybe that's the reason.
Still, no, maybe if Noob gets a kill. He just runs in and Echo Slams. Absolute Giga Chad move. Able to find the kill alongside Omar, who is going to prevent any follow-up. Ramble Maze not connecting. Save has the damage, though. Level 3 Shadow Realm as he puts up the ward for the kill. What's going on? This is such a bloody match. Nightfall takes this opportunity as well to dive underneath the tower, picks up the kill onto Toby. Does not stop here, Winter, the action.
Yeah, this is the kind of game that BetBoom wants to play with their lineup. Fast and furious, you know, kills after kills after kill. Control rune, 8-minute rune.
Oh, wow, the minus armor damage is pretty insane. He might take down just Fire Spirits. Indeed, he does. Not have enough HP regen. In the meantime, though, Omar able to take away this DD rune. Toby, yeah, doesn't really want to go in against a level 7 Templar Assassin when he only has the Ring of Health, so he's just going to have to watch Omar get ran down. He will fall. Top lane, it's going to be Nightfall going through the Twin Gate now, assisted by the Primal Roar. Look at the coordination around the map. Can barely keep up with it. It's like a boxer just constantly attacking here. Boom. Easily winning, what, all 3 lanes, can we call it, Winter?
Yes, sir. And on top of that, using the Twin Gate to gank, I think this is something that a lot of the carries are getting really, really good at, understanding when you shove out the lane. Because the old way of playing is that you shove out the lane, you go to jungle. But right now, you shove out the lane and you Twin Gate to top the kill. And if the kill doesn't happen, you jungle in their map, you know, on their side. I mean, this is just making the game very, very snowbally if you can actually do this consistently, you know. When you pick a lane owning safe laner like Monkey King, you win your lane and you win your off lane as well. Oh, Toby does spawn the well, a couple of illusions now. There is a supernova ready to be used here. That's a silencer TPing on in. We'll see what they can get done here. Looks like threatening to close the door as well is the Nature's Prophet, so not going to end up using the supernova there. I'm not sure how that spell interaction would have worked, because I know Last Word does its damage before the spell takes place. You get damage first, so if you don't have enough HP, you just die.
But doesn't he just immediately turn into an egg and become invulnerable? right?
Yeah.
Because it damages the hero, but the hero's off the map as soon as you press Supernova. I'm not sure actually what would happen. Either way, that was not going to be a wise place to use the Supernova. I'm just curious as to what would have happened.
I think it behaves similar to the Pugna ward, you know, where you cast your spell and you die before your spell comes out.
I don't know if I've ever done that as a Phoenix, though, so that's why I'm trying to remember. I know it works like that for anything else, like Disruption or something, right? So maybe it does work the same way for a Phoenix Supernova. I'm going to have to retest that. Toby is just, I mean, absolutely no mercy here. Doesn't look like he's going to be able to catch Toby. Nightfall, you know, high-fives the tower. Does not have a stun, and I think lacks the damage even with the Echo Saber and the Jingu Mastery. Over mid-low, even more action as there's a Supernova, which is going to get through Noob very easily. A GPK and save as well. This is just chaos. This is, I mean, and not in favor of Quest Esports, unfortunately for them. They have basically nothing cooking for them.
I mean, to the naked eye, it's chaos. But like to teams, to players, it's all coordinated aggression. You know, everybody is doing what they're supposed to be doing, shuffling out waves. Every wave where they are playing on the map is precisely where they should be playing to allow all the sequence of events to happen.
That's true. It seems like chaos to me. And maybe to Quest it feels chaotic because everywhere they go, everywhere they try and farm,
it's like, what's
they
happening? Why are they here?
Yeah.
Why are there so many heroes here? Why am I even dying?
Oh, the vacuum. Did they really vacuum for Toby? Because he was going to CS the range creep? Is that... It couldn't have been mid.
Desperate he is, man. He's poor.
That's unbelievable. BetBoom really playing the mental game as well. And Noob, what can he do against Toronto Tokyo either? Still has Icarus dive, of course. So he's just out of there. This is starting to look hard. I mean, anywhere they try and farm, with the exception of where Shad's supposed to be farming, the safest farm right now has to go to the TB, right? It's the only way that they take this game later. Just getting pushed back. They're getting farmed. And taking bets. GPK has himself already the Dragon Lance. Maybe getting a little bit too aggressive here. They thought about committing the TP. Illusion Rune is going to spawn in for Noob as he runs into that second Bramble. Receiving a little bit of assistance now from Toby. We'll see when he wants to actually use this illusion, but he's got that one for a rainy day. Saved up. Toby going for
it's really rough right now for Quest. They have to try to take a good fight with the dagger on Earthshaker. I think that's the best thing they can do right now. Try to chill the next couple of minutes, finish the dagger, and with the global silence, try to win a fight from there. If that play does not work, the game is just going to snowball out of control. I mean, right now it's already out of control, you know?
Yeah, it's getting there, Winter. Pure, obviously, he's finished off his Helm 1, but into the Helm 2 here rather quickly. And once he has that, he's going to start, you know, taking away more of this map control. What little you have on Quest, it'll end up going to Pure here momentarily. Nightfall, supported by Save, will finally be able to take down this Tier 1 tower. Not like this is expected anyway. They just won the lane that hard. And eventually it'll go down. I mean, the only reason Nightfalls had to leave this lane was to chase Toby down for a kill or to TP top and get a kill in return. I mean, he's just been having an excellent game so far on the Monkey King. He already has a Maelstrom and an Echo Saber.
Yeah, the next time he moves is going to be definitely for Roche.
This is...
And normally you see Monkey Kings go Dazzle, but this game, because you are playing against a Terrorblade, high armor, so Maelstrom is a much better option, you know, to deal with the Terrorblade and the illusions.
And I think it's a good idea to try and diversify your damage, right? Like you're saying against him. You've got pretty good magic damage between your Phoenix and your Willow, but your third core Beastmaster also has a good amount of magic as well.
TA is also going to get a Dazzle, so you don't really have to get two.
But, you know, it'll help because you see what Quest is building. Like I mentioned earlier, Toby going for this early Crimson Guard is going to make a pretty big difference here in some of these early fights. Pardon me, like you say, alongside that Blink Dagger that the Shaker's going for, Kaori as well. Eventually, we'll have an opportunity to use a Global Silence. Oh, okay, he dodged the uphill attack there on the Melt Strike. That allows him to live. Little stroke of luck for him.
And meanwhile, Omar scanned the Wisdom Runes, so he made sure no one was there before he TP in, so they were able to get 2 of the Wisdom Runes.
Very good. Very good. That's, I mean, and these little plays could really go a long way. Toby has Crimson Guard now coming his way. There's a Blink Dagger now for Noob. It's on the courier, so he's not going to show it on this way.
Time to fight, Richie.
I agree. I'm seeing a lot of systems basically go green for a fight. I think if you wait another minute, basically, you'll have also a Spirit Vessel up on Omar. I mean, at least to reduce the healing of this level 2 Sunray a little bit more, should that come out. And also the Vlad's lifesteal. I mean, I think it's important. I think, you know, you might as well wait for it here. Oh, Omar. I don't think they quite catch him. Wow, save is farmed. He already has a Yule Scepter. That's something here.
Yeah, you can use it to set up. You can use it to remove the gold bow.
Yeah,
it's a very good item.
It's a great item. It's just expensive. That's all I mean. You know, 15-minute Yule Scepter on a support. You're having a very good game here. And in fact, this could lead to the first Roche. Deso not up yet for GPK, but of course he has essentially 2 Meld Strikes, as well as only a level 1 Inner Beast. This might not be quite as fast as it could be, but I think they'll be fast enough. And Quest Esports seem to not have an idea that it's going on, or if they do, they don't intend to contest it. They're continuing to get their farm over in the mid lane.
I don't think there's much they can do. They just have to use this time to get up items on Terrorblade. He's about to finish his Manta. He's gonna need Manta, Butterfly, Skadi. These are the 3 items he's gonna need this game.
Yeah.
And then eventually BKB.
I guess it just, for me, it feels a little bit bad, right? Because if you're not going to be fighting then, I mean, the Blink Dagger on Shaker is always good, but I think it does take a little bit of wind out from this Crimson Guard purchase that Toby finally has. We'll see. I mean, Quest, they seem to be fighting, so maybe they think now is the time, as they seem to do. They just saw that TA trap get placed down, so they know the TA is in the area, and they see movement up above. Blink Dagger forward from Noob. Echo Slam as well. I think only catching 1. Vac Wall as well, only onto the Willow, so Save just eating everything right now. Is Pure looking to turn. Omar just dying now to GPK as Shad, backing him up a little bit. The NP is able to escape at the very least, but down goes the Supernova. It's just going to be nuking through these heroes. Look at Nightfall joining the fight now. Is not going to be able to quite get through Shad, though, because he just has enough mana for it. The Sunder is going to be able to receive now that surge to escape back to safety. The rest of Quest not looking nearly as good here. They try and force a fight and really go reaching for it. GPK still going to conserve the Aegis at the end of the day. The net worth lead grows to 10k. Winter, not the fight Quest we're looking for.
Yeah, not the best jump for sure. He jumped onto the Dark Widow solo, and
yeah,
the Dark Widow, he was able to actually react and got his Shadow Realm off. I think even if they killed the Dark Widow, say they burst her from full to nothing, I still feel like the fight is difficult for them to take.
I think they needed more than a 2-man Echo there. If they can catch at least the Beastmaster in the fight, in the Echo, I think that fight has a chance, especially because Nightfall wasn't really in the area to immediately capitalize. A Supernova could have been, you know, easily focused, but without that happening in that order, it's not really the best, especially once Vac Wall is used and it's still only onto a Willow. It's a feels bad, man.
Nope. Oh, that was close. Able to blink his way out, so dodging the gank.
Wow, I mean, Tokyo's got a Midas. Sorry, that's nice.
He doesn't have to buy anything. I mean, that's the beauty of Phoenix here. You don't need anything. Like, whether you buy a Midas or not, the hero still functions the same way. The only reason you wouldn't buy Midas is sometimes you feel like maybe it's too greedy and you want to get your items with stats that help you fight.
Right. I've seen a couple games where support Phoenixes will just go straight. Maybe not Refresher, but yeah, the Scythe I've seen quite commonly.
Sometimes you get a use if you're playing in Silencer, or maybe you're playing against like some LC that you need to dispel.
Some DP hero, something like that.
Yeah. But overall, the hero there's nothing that the hero particularly needs to buy in a game, you know. That's why you often see Midas. And sometimes you don't know what you want to buy. So when you don't know what you want to buy, you have to wait and think. You buy a Midas and think about it.
Yep, that's right. You invest in your thinking. You do.
You invest in the future.
Yeah, that's always a wise thing. Kaori here is, oh goodness, he didn't even destroy the trap. I think he's just going to die. Meld Strike, not enough damage. Okay, that was a scary moment. That was a scary moment.
I mean, he has a medallion, so he has 5 extra armor.
Makes a big deal. Makes a really big deal.
Yeah, BetBoom right now, they're going to sweep the map with the smoke onto Beastmaster and Willow. They're going to just kill whoever they find, and Shad, he's hiding. He just wants to send his illusions out.
Yep. He's got to be careful though, right? Because if he sends... Yeah, he's TPing out after this illusion. Okay, good. Because, you know, they'll eventually hunt you down if they can find out where these illusions are coming from. You might not last too long. But the smoke is not going to pan into anything here, seemingly. As Shad is going to have his illusion beat up by the Ancient Granite Golem. And instead, BetBoom, we'll see how far they want to push it. Seems like they may look to make a move for the enemy's Tormentor, as they are starting to approach this tier 2 tower. Oh, top lane. Pardon me, top lane. It's just a kill on... Oh, just a kill onto Omar. Okay, I thought it was more. I mean, Nightfall, he'll pick up kills where he can, right? He's not too upset by this.
And this is actually a pretty big kill, you know, because the MPs has been split pushing for quite some time. They needed somebody to stop it, and Monkey King is one of the better ones to hunt down the Nature's Prophet.
Wow. Okay, double meld for the Tormentor. That's taken down instantly. With unable to find a jump in. Still has that level 1 Echo Slam here on the Shaker. His farm has been not phenomenal, unfortunately. He's got less farm than save. I was looking for him on the net worth charts and had to look a lot lower than I thought I would. But that's kind of the way this game, unfortunately, has broken down from. Feels like a repeat of how Tundra were able to take the game just previously here in our last series.
Yeah, you definitely do not expect the team that has Nature's Prophet to be far behind from the start to the mid game.
Yeah.
I mean, lanes has not been going well, you know, for Quest this game. Like, BetBoom gave them a laning phase lesson, I would say.
That they did.
Laning 101.
That they did. Felt like I was watching a... oh, no, Omar is going to get caught again here, by the way. Maybe he can deny himself to the... No, he can't deny himself to the Tormentor. A little bit of... yeah, like you said, the laning experience here. A lesson to try and be learned, but... And again, the team fight's still really good from Quest, right? So BetBoom can't be careless when they look to push into high ground. But we have hit that first Roshan kind of foothold time that I had asked you about in the draft. And Winter, I think it's safe to say that BetBoom have certainly built themselves a lead in this game, up 14K, make that at 21 minutes.
Yep, this is a pretty sizable lead already for the first Rosh. And like you said, the high ground is going to be troublesome for them. With when you're playing against Earthshaker, you're playing against a vacuum wall, it's gonna be very annoying. You need to have like a very big lead. You need to have buybacks, you need to have Aegis, cheese before you can actually push the high ground. What they're doing right now is they're just choking out the map and trying to lower the percentage of something going wrong, you know, when they're pushing the high ground. Try to build as big of a lead as you can.
Keep your eye on that blue arrow, right? So we're looking at a blue arrow, and what do players call this? What's the 10th position?
Blue arrow?
Yeah, on the minimap, right? Because you can see Nightfall where he's at, and if you ever see that, what color is Omar's slot hero? I feel like I'm colorblind. Is that gray?
Brown?
The icon.
I mean, he's brown.
Yeah. So if you ever see those colliding, you know that Nightfall is hunting correctly. Look, I don't know. That wasn't like a bait. I wasn't trying to bait you or anything. I just don't know what color it is. I always get it wrong. Dual Scepter from save for fun.
Memorize the slots, Richie. Alright, we have a roll.
Toby, I think he's just gonna die. Got off the Crimson Guard and everything as well, but still goes down. They did commit Supernova and Wukong's command, so, kind of a big commitment here out from BetBoom, but they're happy to exchange that for a kill onto the support. Omar is gonna run into save, and I think there's no TP not from this one, as there's gonna be plenty of damage into the Bedlam. Omar trying to TP away, but the damage is just overwhelming.
Yeah, kind of messed up the combo a little bit, but whatever, Still has enough damage to kill.
Yeah.
I mean, I like how they committed all their spells for the Darksteel kill, because you're playing against Global and Echo Sam, If you, for some reason, lag a little bit of damage for that kill, Global and Echo, you're just gonna lose a lot of heroes,
It's a good point, and you're probably not gonna make a serious push for high ground either until you get this Aegis under your hands.
Yep.
So,
it's just a kill, So you don't want to risk too much.
Roar back up.
And right now you see a gem. You see a gem on Toronto Talk. Yeah, that's great. Whenever you're ahead in the game, you should always get a gem to remove all the enemy's vision.
Okay, hold on. This is maybe a moment now for Quest. There's an Eye of Scotty completed on Shad, so lots of stats, and of course, the all-important slow Nightfall. I don't know if they know where he is in the trees. Now they've seen him, but knew, but able to get the jump in time. And, well, if you don't jump a monkey, he's gonna spring away halfway across the map. Very, very common phrase. I've heard it many times. Toby, Vacuum onto just one. Okay, Pierre going to counter initiate yet again. Omar just waiting in the wings here as the Yule Scepter used defensively onto Noob. It'll set himself up for a hard time now as the BKB activated.
Nice
Global
terrorize.
Silence at least prevents the Wukong's command, but the Terrorize allows Noob to do nothing. Shad is going to turn and fight now. Out comes the Wukong's command and the wall, but no Vacuum to follow suit as GPK sprouted up is going to be stopped from killing Toby. Immediate Blink Echo onto 2. That's a nice one saved. It's going to go down 500 gold now for Noob. Might just make that buyback worth it, but what more can they get out from this fight? No more global, no more Vac wall. There is a Supernova. That's going to be turning onto 3 now. GPK going invis, but they have the detection. Shad will be able to nuke him down. They at least get through Toby, as it's going to be Omar as well to fall. But without the BKB here, they're actually vulnerable, and Nightfall is taken down. Shad's got 2 kills and 2 big cores at that, Winter. It's 1,300 gold net worth swing alone in those kills for the core TV.
Noob?
Oh no, is Noob gonna die? Okay, I thought Noob was gonna die to the Golem.
Yeah, that was worth the double buybacks that they have to use. Getting the kills on the TV, because eventually Terrorblade is the win condition. He needs to get to the stage where he's level 20, then he has his Butterfly, Skadi, Manta. Those are the items that he's gonna need under the levels. Yeah. And then you'll start to see the TA struggle to do anything to the TV, you know. So BetBoom, they have to be careful, you know. Like if they give away one more fight like that, the TV is gonna become unkillable. And Roche is up.
Potentially a game-winning Sentry Ward there by Kaori, by the way. Now he's got the gem in his possession, so that item, you know, pulled away out from under BetBoom. And it's Toronto Tokyo. Well, we've got another one actually. I think this is his. Pardon me. It seems like Quest have decided to buy their own.
He's queuing a Midas on the silence.
Do you support that? He doesn't know what to buy. He's just investing.
Yeah, I mean, what else can he get given the stage of the game? And the only way they win is like if the game goes really long. I mean, I'm not saying I'm recommending getting a Midas. I mean, I'm not saying I'm recommending it, but I would rather get like something like Aeon's Ghost Scepter, anything that can help me, or even like a 4-star. You know, just get a 4-star to run away, to help your team run away, or help yourself run away.
What I'm hearing is the item is winter approved.
Why do you always do this?
Invest in Midas in your pubs, and if anyone ever tries to prove you wrong, you tell them that Winter said it's okay.
You know, Midas is one of my least purchased items, so why would I do that?
It's a good point, Winter. It's a good point. Careful though. Another fight incoming here, potentially, as Quest Esports are getting a pretty good position here. There's 5 Lotuses in that pool, but right now, eyes on the prize, which is Roche. Aegis onto GPK, Cheese onto Nightfall. It's into the active inventory as well. Seems like Quest are going to be unable to really find a fight here. They have been scouted, though, by the boar, so boom, they know something's around. Whether or not they're going to be able to find a jump, though, an entirely different question. Lingering in the area, though, cutting waves. They're playing around their own ward, but
they killed the BKB.
Yeah, he loses his courier. That's a big move here. No BKB here for the Beastmaster. BetBoom again playing right around the ward. Very disciplined. Will now take the opportunity to smoke up themselves.
The Terrorblade is so close to his Butterfly, though. I feel like they should just let him finish it. It's such a big item.
He just needs that talisman, basically 400 gold.
Yeah, I mean, what is TA and Monkey gonna do to you? And even the Beast, you know, when you're a Butterfly, they can't kill you.
That struggle. Seems like you kind of just have to tank a full Supernova, basically, until you're really under any pressure. Gotta agree with you. BetBoom for now, their move is to just sweep across the map, cut waves, and force back Quest. They will not be able to prevent this Butterfly, I believe. Careful, though. That's Omar. He jumped and killed yet again. Does pick up the Wisdom Rune for his team, though, so that's something. I believe that's another double Wisdom, is it? It is, as Toby is able to pick up the Radiant one. So Quest, after losing the two first Wisdom Runes, pardon me, are able to recover the next 4 consecutively. So the XP difference, it's, you know, a little bit rough still for sure, but now that we're paused, we can take a look at the graph, and you can actually kind of see, especially with this most recent pickup, the XP advantage kind of take a dip, and that helps a lot in these fights. You know, getting closer to maxing your skills, especially for these supports. That level 2 ultimate now that Kaori has, you know, what is that, an extra 0.75 seconds of global silence? That might be enough to make a difference. So these things add up. I can guarantee you Silencer would not be level 12 right now if they didn't get the last 4 Wisdom Runes. No way. That's so much XP, and you can just see how constricted the map now feels for Quest. But I would say, you know, Winter Quest putting on a pretty good class here in terms of how you play from behind. You know, taking the one fight on their big item, playing around your vision, and going for the
using
D-wards.
buybacks.
Yeah, using buybacks, buying Midas on your support silencer at 29 minutes. These are ways to get back into the game. I mean, the last one was a bit facetious. You'll have to pardon me for that. But everything else has been very patient. They're not going to be the ones to make a mistake. They're keeping Shad up on the high ground. They're going to say, hey, for this Aegis period, you're going to have to come up to our high ground. Or we're taking a fight under our vision. We'll see what it'll be, because it looks like they're, going to smoke up.
Yeah, they're giving themselves the best chance to stay in the game, you know, doing all the correct little things, all the small little things.
Buyback situation is looking bad, though, for Quest.
If they messed up one fight, the TB is going to... I feel like he's going to just carry the game, you know, if they mess up one fight from here.
He's got Butterfly. He doesn't have BKB, right? But Butterfly being available does give him a lot more confidence in these fights.
Are they getting MKB on anyone right now?
Not that I can see. TA's got a lot of money. It would seem very natural there as well for the... Yeah, Monkey King's got one queued up after his full Harpoon. So I'd expect 2 here quite shortly, to be honest with you.
Let me ask you a lore question.
Yeah, go for it.
Do you feel like it's unfair that Monkey King has to buy Monkey King bar?
I think what you should have to do for Monkey King to get his Monkey King bar... Doesn't he steal it from, like, a whale or something? Right?
A whale?
Yeah, he steals it from, like, the whale god, right? In the Chinese lore. Not in Dota. I don't know where he gets his Monkey King bar in Dota. But I think traditionally he steals it.
Yeah. Damn, how do you know that?
Come on, Winch. I've lived in KL for 4 years. You don't think I know a little bit of Chinese lore by now? Hold on, noob. Getting jumped does not have BKB. Counter initiation. Ooh, global silence. They need to save him, but they just can't because Nightfall BKB'd it off. Would have been unaffected by a Vac Wall, and Toby can't save him with the Crimson nor the Guardian Greaves. So Noob dying basically for a mid-wave there. And my whole point was, Winter, I think if there's a Tide Hunter in the game who's in the farthest western point in the map while it's still in water and Monkey King kills him, he should you know, get an MKB. That makes sense. Didn't expect me to actually know lore, huh? No respect. No respect.
I'm so sorry. I underestimated you.
Toby getting caught, setting up now for plenty of pain. So there's going to be a Sunray, a Supernova, and of course the Meld Strike right on top. BetBoom wasting no opportunities here to just exert influence and map control, take down objectives. It's, you know, the game was previously in a pretty scary situation here. Still winnable, I have to say, for Quest, but they have to start stringing some of their ultis together. They can't just keep losing cores, especially around the map.
Oh, he's building Data's last on the chariot. I don't know if I like it. I feel like he just needs BKB so that he doesn't get interrupted by all the small little annoying spells, you know, the Curse Crown, the Terrorize, you know, the Sunray.
It's still, I mean, it's a mid-wave, but that's all they get actually with Aegis number 2. So, you know, down but not out are Quest by any means here. Not to mention that the trap silence, by the way, as we can see now onto Shad being really annoying. Potentially stopping a Sunder. Does have himself that Manta style, right? So has a Dispel, but might need another one. We'll see if that ends up making a difference. So another Tormentor killed off here by BetBoom. Giving Pure now his Ag Shard. More Hawks at the ready. Omar back alive again, starting to push out these waves and become even more annoying. I don't know, man. Quest, I mean, it's crazy to say this, right? 30k in 33 minutes. But until I see an MKB, I'm not counting them out. Problem is, they got maybe like 3 minutes until MKB number 1 is out, and that'll be first for the Templar. Shad's gonna have Crystallis up in the meantime. Maybe not the full Daedalus. Noob is so desperate as well to get this BKB finished up. You can see he's farming in pretty perilous positions, relatively speaking. We've got pretty good intel where the rest of BetBoom are just because of how the waves have been pushed, but...
I mean, I don't know. I think it's risky, you know, not to get the BKB, you know, finishing this Daedalus. I feel like she could just die.
Okay, they're just going to open it up. They're going Try to get through GPK here, gets the force staff away. The vac wall didn't really connect. Winter the vacuum wall. GPK getting focused down by Omar, but he can't win that 1v1, not even with Kyari at the hands. Now Noob, stunned up and killed as without the BKB, cannot dispel that root, but they do actually get through GPK. It's a very good trade.
But now meta is down. I mean, they also use the egg. But maybe BetBoom can actually just go back once meta is out. They still have the Wukong's command. They can just put the Wukong's command ring, hit the racks.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, that's a big loss here, especially because it might just lead into a potential Roche now from Quest. Roche will not spawn until at least 35 and some change. That'll be right in control here of where Quest are just are, and they've got a ward already, in fact, on that twin gate point. So this could be the opportunity that they need. There's no tier 1 up either for BetBoom. I mean, things are, we're starting to see a very viable path forward here.
Yeah, this is just basically the hero to hero matchup. Like Terrible is always going to have like a good late game matchup against all the Radiant lineup heroes.
I don't know though. I mean, there's an MKB up. He's killed the jet. It's a whale or something, right? It's a whale god.
Yeah, that's why I feel like I don't like the Daedalus. I think he needs to just get BKB so he can just stand and fight. If he can't dish out the damage with a BKB, like even you have a Daedalus, you get terrorized, then what? You're not gonna be able to right click anything. I mean, like you say, you're gonna be counting on what your Manta dodge against the terrorize.
Yeah, I mean, against the terrorize, against trap silence, even could be the death of you. I mean, obviously the roar is going to be a problem either way, but I'm also completely surprised that he's not considering it. Another smoke play now for BetBoom. They're not going to wait for this Roche. It is just another 10 seconds, looking for an opportunity in. Those wards are going to be scouted though, thanks to a preemptive sentry, so they're going to send now the TB illusions to dispatch of them. But tier 3 tower taking some damage. The Sprout here does not cancel, the Blink Dagger of GPK though, and had a Force Staff as well to get him back to safety. Okay, roar on in. Shad was up a bit too aggressively. Global size, but that might not be enough to save it because there's BKBs all around. Shad needs a Thunder target. Found one. Will be able to live through that bout of damage. Where's the counter initiation? Noob in with the Echo Slam. It catches 3. The follow-up fissure. A thing of beauty. That's what Quest were waiting for. They'll get the kill. Only 2 supports. We'll see what else they can find as Pure barely managing to TP away. They need a core here, I think, Winter. Or they just need to break off and go right for Roche. But Quest, they will hold on. They're not tapping out of this game yet.
No core, but they got the gem. They got the gem away from BetBoom, so that's also a pretty good win. Like you're 30k behind. Like even though you kill the 2 supports, I feel like that's good enough for Quest. They're gonna get to the stage where the Terrorblade is gonna have level 20. He's gonna have his next item. I mean, that's what I was worrying about. If you don't have the BKB, there's always a chance you get jump and you're gonna die from the magic damage. And he almost died there.
I mean, very true, right? I mean, just a nice blink on it. Very aggressive positioning considering they knew there was an observer ward there. But it should maybe give an opportunity now for Quest to consider taking another fight outside of the base, potentially even near that Roche pit.
Phoenix is dead. They want to go.
Phoenix is dead. There's going to be no Supernova for another 10 seconds after he respawns. I'm not sure if that's quite enough time, but if they can find a catch here, they may be able to find them, give them a little bit of a pinch. Positioning from BetBoom extremely defensive now as the TA traps being reinforced by heroes respawning and rejoining the fights. So you careful here, Shad, in for potentially another roar. That Terrorize needs to come through this time. I think BetBoom have learned their lesson. Force Staff #1 does not get himself to the Wukong's command, and now he's in trouble. The vacuum not good enough. They will take down Shad. Toby as well, used up, dispelled, and easily finished when he comes back down to earth. Is going to end up dying. Looks like they're going to be able to TP a couple heroes away as they force the Supernova. So, no, the worst thing, but BetBoom, they're going to get what they came for, and that's Roche. GPK already waiting in the pit. It's going to be Roshan #3, maybe the decisive one here in Winter, into the hands of BetBoom.
Refresher for Phoenix? Nah,
yes.
Monkey. I guess Monkey.
No, Phoenix.
You dream on, the supports are never going to get that item.
I think it's not too unreasonable. Maybe Pure takes it.
I mean, the call is going to tell you, I want 2 BKB charge. I want 2 Monkey ulti so I can hit the Rex. Are you going to hit the Rex? No, so shut up. Give me the refresher shot.
Oh, goodness. I think
can't argue with that.
You can't argue with that, unfortunately. Let's keep in mind, though, the buyback situation for BetBoom is extremely limited right now. So this is obviously a lethal push coming for Quest. What could be a lethal push, but what could also be step one into coming back. Global Silence back in 14 seconds. So BetBoom are not going to have a wave here to confidently push, even with this Aegis. They don't have their Supernova, so they're going to have to wait. And that, again, it gives more time for Quest to keep getting these items online.
What are they getting next? What big item? They're getting a BKB on Shaker. Might be big. I mean, Darksteel doesn't really have time to get anything big. I mean, it's just the Shaker. And the BKB on Terrorblade. Yeah, BKB on Terrorblade. I feel like that would be the biggest.
He still has that Daedalus finished first, though, in the quick buy. Oh, no. Noob going down there is a big loss. It's dead for 70. Yeah, they did.
The power of the Sleight of Vice on a hero like Dark Wheeler, you know?
Yeah, Sleight of Vice and the Shivas as well for the Vision. This is... and the gem's also been returned. This is going to be really troublesome. They're also going to have a hard time, killing this Phoenix because he has a locked Aeon Disc in his inventory. So as long as he's not muted, either through a Scythe of Vice or something like that, he's going to be able to always assemble that, even if he's stunned, and probably get off a Supernova. Will dispel, of course, the global. So this next fight, I mean, you know, BetBoom, they've got a lot of gold, and they've invested that into items that should allow them to easily take a fight here. They've got this 25 talent now, Wukong's Command Ring. As Nightfall, he's just into the base, waiting for an opportunity here. Quest really trying to make sure that they don't have to buy back on the Shaker. Might not have a choice. As the Siege is going to get set now onto the Tier 3. That's the Fortify use now, which they're not going to get another one here because they've already lost to Tier 3. Not for another 5 minutes anyway. It's not going to really save the structures, but it does give enough time for Quest to get the Shaker back. It's all in then for these bottom lanes. So again, the back wall, it's a good one into the Echo Slam. They nearly get through GPK, and in fact they will. Sunray, though, on top of the Supernova, gets through Shad. He also used the Metamorphosis there, so he's going to buy back, but he's not going to have it here. How much can Quest really hope to do, especially as they've lost 2 additional heroes? The fight has gone lopsided, the odds stacked against them as BetBoom team looking to close out game number 1. They've found Noob. He's going to have a buyback Winter. He's going to probably be forced to use it as well, but I just don't see how they hold against this. I don't see what stops BetBoom from just chasing down Tier 4s.
That looked amazing, the vacuum into Echo. But it was not enough. They only killed the Aegis.
Oh, and I don't think it's going to be enough. There's buyback now from Noob. Demon Zeal out from Shad gives him something, but again, he's just surrounded by all these brambles. I have not secured Megas yet, I have to say, from BetBoom. I think they've just realized it now. As Nightfall is going to go back for it. He's got his own Refresher Orb, by the way, so the Shard is still, what, on Pure? Or I think it was utilized? Yeah, it was used in that fight. So again, it's going to be Quest Esports that live to see another fight. But again, still without meta for 80 seconds, Winter. This is getting really desperate. And I'm also surprised BetBoom just didn't finish the game there, to be quite honest with you. Maybe they'd like team fights.
Yeah, they're showing a lot of respect. They don't have cooldowns, they don't have ulti on Phoenix, they don't have Roar, so they just wanted to wait. They're taking no chances, waiting for the next set of items to be delivered.
Yeah, massing the gold.
It's very disciplined play, you know, even though they could have maybe gotten Megas, you know. But the risk towards reward ratio, I think I like what they're doing.
Well, I think ultimately it's going to be the right choice, even if it is going to be a little bit slower, methodical. You know, net them eventually a win here, because it's just not really been coming together, unfortunately, for Quest. Just, I think, a little bit out of sync here, basically, but they're not far from making this work. You can see it starting to come together. I think just the problem for them is all these items, this Aeon Disc in particular, stopping them from getting that kill onto Zorana Tokyo as he just assembles it and pops the Supernova, makes the fight impossible. This Butterfly as well nullified by the MKBs. Okay, I didn't know the Hawks would go onto the Tormentors. That's pretty funny. Just flying into the buildings.
You learn something every day.
All right, they are going to be able to jump Kyori. He does have buyback, so he can buy back in global. That's okay. an acceptable loss, but now they need to get something. That's a 3-man vacuum, but Toby, he's bought back earlier in the fight. He didn't even get the wall off. He might not be able to, as he will go down. Kaori bought back for the global silence. Doesn't really get much. Toby now has buyback. Part of me, I was mistaken there, as Shad feared, uprooted, and killed by the Wukongs. Oh no, the boundless strike, they're doing the work. Now it's just gonna have to be the game. BetBoom. That's just too far up. Quest Esports wiped off the face.